Perfect. Well, everybody, welcome to our new volunteer meeting. I'm so excited for this season at our church. This is Pastor Ashton, and I'm super excited to see your faces on here. I'm also recording this for anybody that can't make it tonight as well. But hey, we have a really great problem at our church. Just past today, we've had over 100 people accept Jesus this year, which is just like, yeah, it's awesome. It's so cool. We're having such great problems of just, more kids in kids ministry, more people getting saved. And so I'm so excited that you're a part of this journey with us as our church is growing and we're getting more and more volunteers and people to serve God's kingdom here at Vintage Faith. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Let's see. All right. Can you guys see that? Perfect. All right, cool. So welcome to our new volunteer meeting. I just have a couple of things I wanted to go over just to share the vision of the church, just where we're at. Then Pastor Deb is going to say a little greeting because she's our connections pastor. And then Shanna tonight is going to go over our planning center volunteer, kind of how we schedule everything. And so we're going to have a quick meeting. I'm hoping for the next 25 minutes we can be done, okay? Which is awesome. It's always good to have a short Zoom call meeting. But anyway, so this is the what behind our church, the vision. We exist to love our city by creating opportunities to encounter and follow Jesus Christ. So you'll understand, just like Jeannie's room right now, that's all crafty and creative. We are a church of creatives. We have so many people here that are just excited to create opportunities for other people. And I know, everybody on this call, you're creative as well, that you love to create opportunities. And our biggest thing is how can we help people encounter Jesus and then actually follow Jesus Christ. And of course, we exist to love our city. And so that's who we are. That's the what behind everything that's going on at our church. And so our mission goes into that, and it's to encounter God through a lifestyle of worship, equip the church through biblical truth, which I'm super excited for. We're going to be starting to have Bible studies pretty much every Sunday, which is awesome. We're kind of bringing back like the old, remember when there used to be Sunday school at church? That's kind of the vibe, is that we're hoping that we can really bring back Bible studies and biblical literacy just to our congregation and our community. So excited about that. Then love the city by serving our neighbors. This has been huge. You guys know we have the city center that we get to serve at. And then now our church has a closet every Sunday that we're able to give people clothes. But then also we have Laundry Love and a bunch of other things that we get to do to help love people and love our city and empower and send. So this is a brand new mission, part of our mission. This wasn't here when I got here. The first 3 a year ago were already here, which is awesome. This is already what the Holy Spirit's been doing at our church. But empowering and sending, that's a huge passion of mine, just to empower you right where you're at, and then to send you, like to give you everything you need, the conditions and resources to do God's mission wherever you're at. And we know that that's only done through the power of the Holy Spirit. And so super excited to add that value for us. And then a couple important dates that I want to run through. The Thankwit, November 3rd, because all of you are volunteering. We are having a party at the church on November 3rd. So that night, please come, 6 o'clock. We'll have childcare for the little kids, but your family can come as well if you have elementary age. We're going to have a taco guy come, okay? We're going to have some tacos. We're going to give away some awards. We're going to celebrate all what God has done in this last year. So this is a great time to be a volunteer. If you're coming on right now, it's like you guys get to be included. You can be like, hey, I'm just serving 1 week. Well, I don't care. You're serving 1 week. You get to come to the banquet. So if you're not doing anything on November 3rd, that's a Sunday night, you can check that out. And then also we have a members interest lunch that's happening on the 10th. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that we have our members interest lunch. If you're not a member, you can check that out. So that's a couple of important dates coming up in the next couple of weeks. But I just want to say thank you. Tori can't do, our staff can't do this without you and your help and all that you guys are putting into it. We have, just so much vision and dreams at the church to continue to love the city and to grow just our impact in the city. Another crazy thing, I'm just going to throw it out there for anybody that loves vision and be a visionary stuff. But we have 2 campuses. God has given us 2 campuses. I'm the first pastor that the Lord has given 2 campuses to that we're actually starting to use now. And so I'm just excited going, God, what do you want to do with a second campus? So I believe that God willing, again, with the right timing and the right team, that we could even open up a second campus in church to reach our Tilden neighborhood. So I'm just super excited, and I could see that happening in the next couple of years. So I know that the Lord is just bringing so many amazing new people like yourselves and starting to just activate our church. So I just want to say a super big thank you. And I'm excited to journey with you here in West Los Angeles. So Pastor Debbie is our connections pastor. She just started about a month ago. And so Pastor Deb, I wanted just to give you a moment just to welcome everybody, and then you can welcome
Yes.
Shanna after that.
I just want to thank you guys for taking the time this evening, but also just for being such having such servant hearts and wanting to serve not only each other, but our community. And, I say it from occasionally when I give the announcements, but we serve people inside the four walls and outside the four walls of VFF. And like Ashton was saying in his sermon today, the church isn't the building, it's us. So I just want to thank you guys for just serving.
Thank you, Pastor Deb. We're so thankful for you. Thanks for putting together, just our ministry fair and helping connect people. And we love your just generous and loving and caring spirit. And I'm so
Thank
thankful to
you.
have you. So let's move to Shanna. Shanna's going to go over a little bit of our system of how we are going to, basically use our schedule and all that. So Shanna, take it from here.
I need to share my screen and it says that you've disabled it. So once you allow me to share my screen, cool, I'm the host now. All right. So we're going to go over Planning Center. That is the program that we use to schedule everybody. And so when you first get scheduled, you will get an email that like welcomes you to Planning Center. And so then you can go in and you'll be able to pick a password. So it'll be your email address that we have. And so if you have a new email address since the ministry fair or, since you've been here, get that to Pastor Debbie so we can get our people updated. So that way it's your correct email. But then you'll be able to log in and it will take you to your dashboard. That's what this is called right here. And here you'll be able to see everywhere where you're scheduled. You'll be able to see it'll also be down here. But I want to draw our attention to this button right here. It says add blockouts. This is a key piece for your leaders. It's where you can say that you're absent or going to be out of town or whatever and are unable to be scheduled. And so when you click it, it'll pop up. You can select the date. Like for an example, I said September 22nd. And for me, that was just the one Sunday. And so I started it and ended it with the 22nd. But if you know you're going to be gone for 3 weeks, you can put the whole time in. If it's a recurring thing, like every 6 weeks you're gone for a week, you can make it repeat. And you can put the reason. And then you would hit this save blockout. And then now on your page, you have your blockout date right here. So it's a reminder to yourself on your dashboard that you're going to be gone that September 22nd. And if something changes, you can always remove it. Like if you blocked out 6 months from now, I'm going to be gone in, I don't know, April, but then you realize actually I'm not, you can go back in and get rid of it. So now let's look at what it looks like when you're scheduled. So this is just the worship template. There'll be a different template for each ministry. But for this, when you're scheduled, your name will show up in the position and it'll be yellow. So for the sake of this example, I scheduled myself for lyrics. Yellow means I've been scheduled, but I haven't said whether or not I can actually do it. Yellow is the enemy to all leaders in Planning Center because yellow means we don't actually know if you're going to show up. But when you do get scheduled, what you will get, so this is what the leader sees and what you can see once you accept, you will get an email. So I got the, hi, Shanna, you've been placed on the schedule for the following dates. To respond or simply view the schedule, click the appropriate button below. And so it's super simple. You can go in and either accept the position or decline it. So let's say I'm available, I want to do it, I hit accept. And now I turn the beautiful green color saying that I'm 100% ready. I can serve as lyrics on September 1st, and I'm scheduled and ready to go. And so that also helps your leaders too, because now they know, oh, sorry. And when you go back to your dashboard, it's now listed here too that I accepted that. It also puts it here, which will give you like rehearsal times or for depending on the ministry, just what time you're supposed to show up. So if you're a greeter, it might say, I don't know, 10:15, 10, whatever. We will determine those times and it'll be listed for you. So you don't ever have to wonder like, well, what time am I supposed to be there? Right here, it'll tell you. Let's say you did not put in your blockout date and you realized, oops, go back, stop skipping ahead. You realized you can't do it. So you hit decline. When you decline a position, it'll pop up and it'll ask you for a reason. You don't have to put a reason. I always like to. And so put, I'm out of town. Sorry for not blocking it out like I should have. And then you go ahead and submit that decline. And now you're crossed out and it lets your leader know that there's still a position. This position is now still open for them to fill. For Planning Center, you can do it all through your computer. There is also an app, a services app. It's just Planning Center Services if you're an app person and you want it on your phone and want to be able to do it that way. Otherwise, that is Planning Center. Were there any questions or concerns or thoughts or feelings?
Pretty simple.
Okay.
Because we'll get the email, right? And
Yeah, you'll get the
that's
email.
our email.
And if you've never used Planning Center, it starts with a welcome to Planning Center email. And then once you've been in Planning Center, you just log in. And if you logged in like 6 years ago and forgot, you can reset your password.
Yeah, it's a pretty nifty app. Keeps
Yeah,
everything clean.
And it's nice for us, like for those of us who serve in multiple ministries, then it shows you, like if I tried to schedule Becky for kids ministry, but she's also doing worship. If I tried to schedule her, me as a leader, it would say I can't because there's a conflict.
Mhm.
And so that the system, it's integrated with all of our different ministry teams.
Yeah.
I've tried doing both before. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it gets a little difficult for sure. Like the only one I always override is I'll schedule someone for worship leader and then like acoustic guitar. And it's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm sure. They can do both. That's the one thing they can handle.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's so good. And Shanna, thank you. And just so you guys know, Shanna's role, she is our kids pastor, but she also is doing 5 hours a week with admin support, which is basically doing our planning center. So Shanna, thank you so much because this is huge to keep us organized and all the work that you do. If you're wanting to know who the person behind the curtain is, it is Shanna. So she's orchestrating everything, and she's trying to do too. Like again, if there's a husband and wife, like if Tori and I are both serving, she's going to try to put people on the same day, or find preferences. And then another big thing, like Shanna said, that blackout date's great because then you can always just say, hey, this is when I'm going to go visit my family, and you can already put it in there. Which is great to block that out so that you're not getting scheduled when you don't want to be scheduled. So
yeah, just one thing I didn't put in the presentation, you can also put in your preferences once you're in there on your like own dashboard page. So you can say like, I only want to serve first and third Sunday. You can put that in there. Like if you know that you're often not available for second and fourth, then you don't have to block it out every month. You can just have your preferences and your leader will now know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good. And just so you guys know, in the next month, that's when we're going to try to roll this out for all of our teams. So with our greeting from, the greeting team to the care team with Pastor Michelle, so it's going to take us the next month or so to kind of get this, rolled out. So you'll be getting that email again in the next month. And then that's really going to be when all of our teams are fully launched, which is so exciting. Just to see everything coming together. So we really appreciate you. I just want to say thanks for being on this call tonight.